Week 9 of the NFL, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Jets on Monday night.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Green Bay Packers. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Pack, the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson, and he'll be upended at the 33 following it. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that that carries over to this week as well.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On play action, Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Rodgers to throw. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. Down to Minso. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. Now Wilson on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. And his kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Eluding the pressure right. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That's complete, and once again, it's Cobb. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking deep for Adams. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things. And
he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys, get your list?
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Za'Darius Smith in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Here's Wilson to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. The give is to Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Crosby for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Hey, check mark 27, check mark 27.
Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Rashawn Gary, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. To throw, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. To throw is Rodgers.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On second and goal, Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So three touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Comes and Wilson's going to go down. Za'Darius Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On the handoff, it's Mack. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete. Here's Braden Mann now.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's in his zone. 2nd quarter already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy to the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
They run again with Dillon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, Dillon trucks over him. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a first down pickup of 8. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Cobb. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to be. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again here, Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Coming to you. Coming to you.
Now Rodgers.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
5 yards remain on second down.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Mike 42.
Love with a give to Dillon. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 43-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Again, it's Dillon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and the run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards for. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Love now. And it's a Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Zach Wilson of the Jet offense set to take over here. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks.
And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now Wilson on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Running right through him. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Working with a 2nd and 3. They run once more with Dillon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Packers. On the handoff, Dillon. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw now. Here's Love. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Love from the gun. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd and goal, Love. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try and run. Dillon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Mack. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Wilson will throw again. This one caught by Crowder. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Now he'll let this one go deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. This to the outside for Mack. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. On 1st down, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. A little short pass. This is Everett. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. There he goes right side. The 20.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that will extend this big lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Wilson. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. This is Mack on the counter. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson, and he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Zadarius Smith in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. Pushes him over, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running left is Dillon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Let's go.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down. A give for Dillon running right. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Dillon now off the option. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Love eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. They go screen with Dillon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Wilson. Caught right side, Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Here we go.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go, baby.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Dillon. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Dillon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay,